about a talk show host.
Talk show host, that's good.
I think I'd be good at that. I talk to people all the time.
There is anything real in them.
Yeah, but that didn't stop any from reporting the Mueller and the dossier and all that stuff.
You're bitter. I understand that you have a lot of resentment about it.
Now we have ethics. Okay. Now we have ethics.
Don't you dare act like newsrooms didn't have ethics in 2017 and 2018.
Well, I know they did. So, well, you can don't dare me all you want, Brian. I've been doing this for 30 years. So say whatever you want. It's my view. And I have a right to say it. I was invited on the...
So your view is that the news media was unethical with Mueller?
Hang on a second, one at a time. I don't quite get what you're saying.
It's my view. So.
Let me bring in Sarah Fisher, and then I want to move on to Google briefly. But go on, Sarah.
I think this conversation is so critical. Even though it can get tense, it's actually a matter of, can you have two things be true at once? Can you have a story that needs scrutiny from all outlets? Because we don't know whether or not it's true, right? Axios, we're all trying to figure out whether or not this story is true, and we deserve to do that. But we also need to think about the bigger picture, which is, God forbid, this story was tied to some sort of bigger disinformation effort to penetrate our elections. We also need to consider that. And that's why I think it's critical that you're not just seeing, you got to see the forest through the trees. You got to look at this particular story about the Hunter Biden.
Yeah, but no one looked through the forest through the trees with the president. I mean, it's always one-sided. Now it's time to look at the forest. All I'm saying is let's do it universally, okay? I didn't discard the Mueller stuff. I was much more skeptical because I knew the sourcing and I knew where I came from on Capitol Hill, where I have stood in the building for the past few decades. I had real reason to doubt that stuff, and I constantly did. And it turned out a lot of it was a bunch of bunk. So
when you say Mueller stuff, there are people in prison.
We have to use that skepticism. We have to. Even now with the Biden stuff, let's use the skepticism. But don't ignore
all the FBI agents, Stelter.
Back in this, and then I'm going to ask Tony to help us through the Google case. Brian, go ahead.
I agree with you. It should not be ignored. But I think there's a difference between reporters looking into it in their newsrooms versus going on the air with it when it's unvetted. And what we're in right now is
you never did that with Trump stuff. That's just BS.
Hang on a second, Susan. Go ahead, Brian. Susan, just a second. See if you both speak. We can't hear either of you. Brian, go ahead.
I understand. Let me just say briefly, it's grievance politics. It comes from the right. It happens every day. Newsrooms in America are very careful about this stuff.
Money. Donald Trump has been very, very good for baseball. He has been wonderful for the industry. Your boss acknowledged as much a number of months ago during the campaign.
Les Moonves.
Donald Trump, huh?
It was Les Moonves who acknowledged it.
Les Moonves also acknowledged it, but so did the head of CNN.
But that means what? If ratings are up, that means what?
The ratings are up. It means you can't do without Donald Trump. You would be lost without Donald Trump.
That is what he says.
Ted, you know that's not true.
CNN's ratings would be in the toilet without Donald Trump.
You know that's not true. You're playing for laughs. You've lived through enough presidencies to know there will be more presidents.
What were the ratings before Trump and what are the ratings now?
I would say we might be up 20, we might be up 30%, we might be up 40%. If we go back down 40%, that's okay too.
Well, it may not be okay.
Of course it is. No, but hold on. I reject the premise that these networks are making so much money off of Trump and thus we benefit from it.